for more. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the game's leading active rusher, Frank Gore, fresh off another big game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching way, and he sees himself.
Chad Hunt, 90, Wolf. Mike 52, Mike 52. There you go.
Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards. Frank Gore takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
When you play as well and as hard as Frank Gore, you get a chance to tour the NFL. How about his first 10 years in San Francisco, 3 in Indianapolis, a year in Miami, now starting his first year in Buffalo and his 15th NFL season, the game's active leading rusher and 4th all-time.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Come on, set. Ken Lobo. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Gore. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Good job, D. Good job.
The numbers for Gore on the ground last week. 20 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, Gore. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the handoff, it's Gore. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And that's caught by Beasley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Frank Gore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? They got that momentum. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. Andy Dalton set to lead out this Bengals offense at the controls for the 9th year. The man out of TCU. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at about the 32. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Big series right here. We got to stand up.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Muscles him off. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Andy Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
Check 52 to Mike. Check.
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now on second down, this is Gore. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. So apparently neither guy is immune.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their side...
And caught right side, Green. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down. Of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Dalton here from the gun. He completes it to Boyd. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss? Gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot... Try one now.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On
first down, Gore. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills will extend their lead. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left.
Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night, they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's a give to Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He gets nothing on back-to-back runs, so now you're dealing with a 3rd and 10 and probably a passing play.
I would agree with that, and I would highly suggest to the play caller, check a different part of that section on your play sheet, because his first 2 runs didn't help you at all. Find someone else who can touch the ball and maybe move it downfield.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
We got this.
Frank Gore and company trotting back out there as they get set to go again on offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see.
Double tight, guy, double tight. Come on, set. 10 logo. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let happen.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now Gore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Ready, ready, ready. Watch one.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Got it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let him know. Let him know.
2nd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. A big reason why they've been so successful.
Let's go now. Orange. Ready, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play here for Buffalo. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Gore. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's their quarterback. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Defensively by now, You know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes?
Hauschka now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And Dalton to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Dalton. The connection since 2011. Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And our focus now shifts to Frank Gore. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what is the possibility?
Are you ready? Boy, 52. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's Gore. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? What happened in this one is they've really...
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Check Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Second down in inches. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. A touchdown run there for Sony Michel. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail that one to the visiting Oakland Raiders. Ryan Finley throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And that one all even in their matchup with the visiting Dolphins. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Dalton. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. On play action, they'll throw. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Some good, strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Morgan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Being shaken. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash, this from 34. And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is...
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. So Dalton now. Airing one out for Boyd. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Alex Erickson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Lorenzo Alexander able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton now to pass. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half. Been good.
Red, 60 Pittsburgh. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mark. What happened?
On first down, Gore. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
52. Here we go. H3, 2, 18. Chopper. Ready.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Flushed out right. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's go deep, tight.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 1. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bills head on.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. From just shy of midfield, Dalton, wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empties?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
38, Bengals 10.
They'll run on first down. Gore trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fit for guys like you and I. But so they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready? 18 Gator. Watch 42.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Bills send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Getting ready to go again, here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive.
Here we go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
To throw here, Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
Three buzz.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And Dalton to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will say, oh, God, we got moved.
Double time, ready. We got 4. Hey, Mike 52. Hey,
on 1st down, Gore. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Williams that time in on the stop. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Green once again the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around,
They had to punt from...
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 8, read.
they'll run on 1st down. Gore. Brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson.
Yeah, baby.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was. And he'll get in! Touchdown, Buffalo! Frank Gore, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
12 yards there and a first down. Dalton, 1st and 10. Green with a catch left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Dalton's pass complete to Green. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing, Dalton. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time. Mixon trying to punch it in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Bullock on the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And the Lions emerging victorious. Danny Amendola, he had a touchdown reception to help the cause. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all...
Deuce. Blue dark Quarkus. Let happen.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a handoff for Gore. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go, D.
He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jason Kroom, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will extend their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. Hauschka now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. It's do or die for Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.